The greatest gift you can give our daughter on her wedding day, my wife said, her smile thin as paper, is if you disappear from our family forever. The room froze around me. The table was set. White china, folded napkins, a half-drunk glass of wine catching the light. Like a cruel joke, her sister watched from across the table, pretending to look concerned, though her eyes sparkled with quiet victory. I noticed. I always notice. I didn't ask why. I didn't beg. I stood, smoothed the sleeves of my jacket, and walked to the door. The click behind me sounded final, like punctuation at the end of a long, stupid sentence. By morning, I had already made the first call to the bank. That was the start. We used to be the kind of couple people envied. At least that's what they said. She was light, radiant, unpredictable, a storm I wanted to be struck by. I was structure plans. The kind of man who noticed details, receipts, dates, names. She said I made her feel safe. I thought that meant something. Our daughter Lily was the only thing we did right. She had her mother's fire, my patience. I worked late to pay for the private school, the college fund, the kind of future that looked good in family photos. Then one day the warmth shifted. Her laughter didn't reach me anymore. Her phone turned over whenever I entered the room, and I, like a fool, pretended not to see. It was a Tuesday, ordinary, like most disasters. She'd left her laptop open, an oversight that didn't fit her. New habits. The email subject read, rehearsal dinner guest list, final draft. I opened it. I wish I hadn't, but I did. The list was short. Family, friends, and at the bottom, Daniel, guest of honor. Daniel, my best friend, my business partner. 2 lines down, she'd written, seat him next to me. That's when I stopped reacting. Something colder moved in. Scrolled through their messages later. That night, weeks of digital whispers, hotel bookings, and jokes about how long it would take before he catches on. Didn't confront. I planned. It began quietly. Step 1, I met with our attorney, pretending concern about estate planning before the wedding. We moved assets into a trust under my daughter's name only. My wife's signature was required and she signed. Without reading. She never did. Step 2, I called the realtor. The apartment, our home, was listed that evening. Urgent sale. She thought it was refinancing. She even helped tidy up for the photos. Step 3, I visited Daniel's office. Told him I was stepping back from the business. I transferred my shares temporarily to a holding company. My company? He smiled, relieved. He thought I was giving up. Step 4, the joint account. I froze it quietly. Simple form, a routine fraud concern. All perfectly legal. Step 5, I sent out the invitations for the wedding, but the guest list. Oh, the guest list changed. I added a few people. Daniel's wife, her divorce attorney, and a local reporter who'd covered our firm's Ethical Leadership Award last year. Everything was ready by Friday. The wedding was held at a vineyard, her choice naturally. Vine-covered arches, white chairs, a string quartet. Arrived early, unnoticed, standing at the edge of the crowd. She looked radiant. My daughter, too. They both did. That's the part that almost broke me. Daniel was there, of course, hands on her waist when he thought no one was watching. The photographer caught it. Made sure of that. During the toasts, I waited. The room was full of laughter, champagne, applause, the illusion of family. Then the projector flickered on. I'd accidentally sent a slideshow to the venue coordinator earlier that morning. It started with old family photos, smiles, birthdays, vacations, then screenshots, messages, receipts, hotel reservations under their names. Booking dated just 2 nights ago. The silence that followed was biblical. She turned pale first. Daniel followed. The crowd looked between them. Confusion, melting into disgust. My daughter stood, trembling. Mom, she whispered. My wife looked at me, then eyes wide, searching for mercy. She found none. I guess I said softly, "You got your wish." Then I handed her an envelope. The trust, documents, everything's in Lily's name. Now, the house, the savings. You wanted me gone from the family. Consider it done. The reporter was already typing. Cameras flashed. Daniel's wife walked out without a word. My wife sank into her chair, makeup running, face hollow. The music never started again. I left before the speeches resumed, if they ever did. The air outside was clean, sharp, full of endings. That night I drove to the coast, parked facing the water, watched the horizon swallow the last bit of light. I thought about what she said, that disappearing would be the greatest gift. Funny thing is, she was right, but not in the way she meant. Disappeared from her life, not from my daughters, not from myself. Some gifts, I've learned, are best returned, wrapped in silence, tied with consequence. And when they open it, all that's left inside is the sound of their own regret.